Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Big Bizzle Show with my co-host Panda. We got a couple of special guests today.
And that is Kevin, also known as Mokuba, and Aichi.
What's up?
Both of Team Mayuvan, here to join us for our nice little podcast on Vanguard. Our topic today is the stand-up challenge that is happening as we speak.
Also, that happened yesterday.
And on top of that, holy fuck, blue balls.
Yes, he just did a sprint for a
100-yard
blue
dash
ball.
in 10 seconds.
For a blue ball that he chucked out against the roof.
He's a halfway decent Vanguard player. He make a damn good dog.
Yes, you did. Yep.
Free drink. The woman is country, so yeah, this is extra. You want it?
All right. So yesterday most of the team Audio Van went into the stand-up challenge. It was me, Ren, which is me, Panda, Aichi,
And Jerry and Nathan.
yeah, and
She got fifth.
If you don't know who Jerry is, and go to Team Mayuvan and watch the collector video.
yeah. And if you don't know who Nathan is, oh yeah, I did put his video up there.
We don't have one of them.
Yeah, we did have one. It was just too. Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
was in the dark.
It was in the dark. Okay.
Imagine if you will. He didn't figure out how to fix the.
Shut up.
And basically, Nathan's black, so black on black equals you can't see this nigga anywhere.
And he's also obsessed with fried chicken, if you don't know.
Yeah, he's kind of obsessed with fried chicken.
Okay, now where the crap did Kevin go?
He had to go piss.
Okay.
Sounds fair. All right, now that stand-up challenge. What was your deck of choice, Panda?
My deck of choice was Vermilion Control.
Normal summon the Shishi. Effect for an additional normal summon.
What was your deck choice, Aichi?
That particular part of the day, I was playing Ezra Gold Paladins.
Ezel Turbo?
He is.
And Kevin wasn't there.
Nathan was playing his starter deck.
He wasn't playing the starter deck. He was playing a decent build of Nova Grapplers. He just didn't have a lot of power cards in the deck.
And then
Jerry was running Dote.
which was a last minute choice, and he did the worst out of us all. He made it through 2 rounds because it was double elimination, and he lost both rounds.
Nathan lost both rounds too, but I mean Nathan's a newbie, literally newbie.
Yeah, he's a
And
complete
he
noob.
actually did very well for even though he lost first 2 rounds, he actually did very well in those rounds.
And then we had,
That would be funny because the Japanese love to shorten words.
then there was a drawing. Okay, my record for the day was
Okay.
1, 2,
26.
it was 1, 2.
Aichi's was also
1, 2.
Which was 1, 2.
Plus fifth.
Yours was 1, 2, right? And so,
Mine. We'll talk about my record later.
yeah, you're.
We're gonna talk about my record.
Mine was 2-2.
His was 2 and 2.
No, you made it the 3rd round.
Mine was 2 and 2.
Yeah, he won 2 games.
He couldn't have won 2 games.
He was in 5th place. He won 2 games.
No, he couldn't have won 2 games if he made it to the 3rd round.
match.
He had to play the 3rd round. He won the 3rd round, then he lost the next round.
Okay.
Because the top 4 players went until round 5.
Okay. So then, I'll cover.
Now we're gonna go into deck analysis of everybody who was there. We had two Dote
Hold on.
decks.
First off, the shop we went to was Hypermind Games over in Burlington, North Carolina.
It's one of those low level shops, but
Yeah, and here's our first analysis. We saw a possible MLB deck.
I had to play against the MLB deck. It sucked.
Yeah, and the guy kept pestering Aichi about
Monster Blades and
MLB. And then there was one rogue Tachikaze.
that was an interesting build to see run.
That was. And then there was a trial deck.
Literally, trial deck Nova Grapplers. Not a thing was changed in it.
And then there was a trial deck, Sakuya.
It kind of made me cry. But he was pretty good with it, though.
They abused the cat,
It-
but lost.
Yeah.
They lost second round to me because, well, guess what happened?
Vermilion.
They gave me the option to draw
And to
like 8 times off Dark Cat, which gave me perfect guards and grade 3s to discard for it.
be frankly honest, that was not a structure deck sucking. That deck had been modified to hell. I had to play the girl that the deck actually belonged to with it, and it was a pretty good match.
Well, that was your fault.
We had a Bermuda Triangle deck.
Which I don't trust Bermuda Triangle players hardly anymore, except Gary. Gary's awesome. If you don't know what Gary is, he was in our most recent video we recorded.
Then we had Shadow Paladins, which were halfway decent. I'm not going to say they were the best Shadow Paladin deck I've seen, but it was halfway decent.
Then
Because
there was,
Aichi has one better.
then there was a Great Nature player.
Yeah, he was actually pretty good.
He went to top 2 and 1.
No, he went to top. He was in the top 4.
Oh,
The
Who was your top 2 match?
He was in my. We were fighting for third. We were fighting for second and third. The top 4 decks that were in the shop were Spike Brothers, Kagero, Dote, not Jerry's build, it was a completely different build. Great Natures, and then my deck. My deck was Gold Paladins, Spectral Duke build.
And then below that would have to be probably mine and Aichi's.
But in order of rank, it was Dote made first place, my deck made second place.
Then it was Great Nature.
Then it was Great Nature, then it was Spike Brothers.
Then it was Aichi.
Then it was Aichi's Ezel build.
And the problem with this shop was when we walked in there and started round 1, everyone was having to read our cards. Like,
It was crazy. They were like, "Oh, I've never seen this card before."
Because-
the only person who didn't have to worry about round 1 was me.
because
I had
he
a
got
bye.
the buy.
I got the first round bye.
Now the problem was this presented something good for us because when we were first seeing who all was there, it was basically the shop regulars were playing a lot of rogue decks.
I mean, they weren't really rogue. I mean, they were decent builds.
Gotcha.
Okay, one rogue deck, but the rest of them were straight up clean.
Yeah, but they were decks you wouldn't normally see.
Well, I mean, you have to expect Pell Moons.
Yeah, but we
You had
didn't see one.
Yeah, the guy who was running the tournament, the guy who was calling the names out and everything.
Oh,
he was
Brandon.
Yeah, the other Brandon. That's why we're saying my name is Brandon. This one. Brandon ran Pell Moons. There was a dark regular deck.
Oh yeah, that I lost to because, well, he was playing Dark Lord and yeah, he lost to power.
And yeah, it was actually it was fairly good tournament. I mean, even though I got my invitation to regionals, it was fairly good tournament.
Yes, he got his invitation. He went undefeated.
I went undefeated up until round 4 when I lost to Dote, the Dote player that made first place, and then I played Spike Brothers to make it in the top 4, and I beat Spike Brothers. Then I had to then I had to beat Great Natures again to make the top 2, and me and the Dote player split the prize, and he gave me the mat, and we played to see who made first. That was the only thing. It was the final round was about was bragging rights.
And if you want to know what the mat looks like, maybe there'll be an annotation with a link or something. Possibly, maybe a nice little overlay of a picture of the mat.
Yeah,
it was the Aichi MLB. If you don't know what that looks
It's
like.
the pre-release mat for where if you bought 3 or 4 boxes, I can't remember.
I think it was 4. Yeah, it was 4.
4 boxes.
It's a promotional mat of BTO5.
Yeah, that was the mat you got for winning. You also got, if you made top 2, you get
A little buddy.
a little button that says shop qualifiers for the stand-up challenge of 2013 Bushy Road. And you also get you actually fill out a form and they send it in by the email. They take a picture of you, so yeah. hopefully I'm not going all the way to Alabama just to play Bama.
That's the only bad thing was when I was reading the letter, you couldn't go to it. Like if there was something wrong that you couldn't make it, you still had to go to that one, or you couldn't even go to to a regionals.
Yeah,
You can't make the.
it's a one-shot deal, so
Yeah, that's-
I will have if I end up going to the regionals.
But it's based on your location where you qualified.
Yeah, so basically, hopefully, if this shop allows me to go stay in North Carolina, I will be happy. But if I go all the way to Alabama, I won't mind it. I'll find a way. I'll pay for a fucking bus ticket and go.
And then we'll
It's
send
easier. I'll see what because me and the first place guy might be working out a deal where me and him go and room and board with each other. Make it cheaper.
But it was a nice event. It was a very small shop, which I don't care. I didn't care for the shop because it was very cramped, in my opinion, because they had like 8 tables, but
Easier to say it was a piss poor shop.
Actually, there was about 20 tables.
8 groups.
8 groups.
There's 4 tables on this side. Oh, yeah.
I must have. Yeah.
Like,
There-
there was a total of 16 tables. There was
8
rows of 4
rows.
on each side.
But basically, it was like if you live in North Carolina and I've ever been to Lucky's, it was a store about that size, but it was taken up extremely heavily by shelves of merchandise.
They had a lot of shit.
Yeah, they did.
That's why I liked it. They had a lot of shit.
And
He spent too much time in the bathroom, y'all. He's back.
okay, now let's talk about the exact types, like what more. Okay, what's something else we did? Okay. Oh yeah, thumbs up for parents. They're great at getting you food at these events.
Yeah, Subway.
Thumbs up. My mom got us Subway. It was amazing.
Yeah, my sub was the most awesome sub ever because I got to eat it after I played in the final match.
And then he got to drink a nice North Carolina favorite, cherry wine.
Yes, so beautiful. That's a beautiful red drink. They need to have it at our store. I would be happy. Every time I walk in the store and I know there's cherry wine, I'll smile.
Yeah, there was. I enjoyed this store because I like the diverse atmosphere of it.
Oh yeah.
Because it was very diverse.
It was something that you gotta understand. I've been up to Hypermine before, so I'm kind of used to seeing the shelves upon shelves of merchandise. When Panda and Aichi and Jerry and Nathan walked into the store, their eyes were huge. I mean, they were like as big as a Draconic Overlord's boot. Huge. I mean, it was hilarious. So we got any funny stories about GP?
Okay.
Well, not GP, but the qualifiers.
Okay, we didn't really have very many funny stories, but funny moment. Okay, here's
Funny
a
moments is what we're talking
Here's
about.
a funny moment was after his semifinal match with Great Nature.
Yeah, I kind of I pulled a douchebag move.
He ran out there with his head hanging down like, and he went like, damn otter.
I went damn otter.
And then
Then our buddy Jerry said, "The otter got you, huh?" And me and Brandon here both at the same time said, "Heck no!"
We both said basically what was I'll explain it from beginning to end. Basically, I just got done beating my second match against Great Natures, and I kicked his ass. Like we both were at 5 damage. It was a damn good game, but it was just to me it was just crazy. So I'm going outside. I'm like, hey, you're poor. Hey, Aichi. And he said what? And I'm like, let's fuck with them. Let's fuck with our team members a little bit.
You gotta help me play this one off.
You gotta help me play this one off. He's like, okay. Well, we go in there. We walk outside. And we're both looking depressed as hell. And I'm like, fucking otter. And Jerry's like, so the otter beat you? And me and him both at the same time looked up with crazy looks in our eyes and said, fuck no, that otter didn't have shit on me.
Okay, now for some of the little prize things they did. When you lost your second game, they gave you a little promo pack thing, which
Yeah.
I only had one card.
Yeah, but-
Basically, every participant got the battle pack.
and then
Then you also every participant got a Kai deck box.
which are very nice. They're very nice. They're the Bushy Road ones.
They have the nice feel to them and everything.
Yeah, they have the nice Max Pro plastic deck box feel to them that I love. And then they have a little window on the back of them. And then oddly enough, it's a Kai deck box that says Aichi Television on the bottom of it. And if you're like me, you had a friend that if you had a friend that was nice enough that Brandon wanted
I wanted the 2012 World Championship deck box.
and I didn't really care for that one, so I got his Kai one. So now I have two of them, which I love them so much. My Vermilion Kaiser deck is in one of them.
Basically, also when you got the top 4, shit hits the fan quick because you realize. I've never played competitively in Vanguard. I mean, I used to play competitively in the other card games, but Vanguard's my first time.
Oh, they leaked another thing out.
Once you get the top 4, if you don't play competitively, I'm gonna let you know right now. Once you get the top 4, you need to realize shit hits the fan. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When you get into that, you have to be into that mindset of A game all day. You have to be in the A game mode. The prizes you get for top 4 was 1 battle pack and 2 packs of Awakening of the Twin Blades. I had to go through 2 of those matches because I had a loss when Dragonic Dote was undefeated. So after I got done with that, once you get the top 2, it was supposed to be 6 and 4. No, it was 8 and 4. So we basically split 6-6. I think it was 2-6 for both of us because we split the prizes, and we just played for bragging rights.
And it was a nice game. I was there to see it.
All the other armor.
It was a great game. And then one of the other things they did was they did a random drawing for one of the Aichi mats, and guess who won it?
Oddly enough, Aichi won it.
And then since it's the MLB one, guess what he shortly got back after?
Royal Pals with Magic Lord Blaster.
So he's very happy. Aichi thing. And then one of our other funny stories, it wasn't at the event, but it was before when we were at our locals shop that our friend was like making one of those I'm not the smartest ... in the ...
Red. It was red.
things, and he's like, I'm not the smartest cookie in the shed, and I'm like, doesn't a cookie go in the cookie jar and tools go in the shed?
I think the best comeback for that was when Panda told me this, and I was like, what the fuck is a cookie doing in the shed? Seriously, cookies should not be in the shed. Take note of that. It might be a life lesson that you'll learn one day when the zombie apocalypse happens or some shit like that.
If you're a cookie and you're in the shed, you're actually a smart cookie. You're actually kind of smart because you're not going to get eaten.
But, let's see. Another funny story was on the way back. On the way back, back to my locals. Jerry was complaining about losing the first 2 rounds with Dote, and the other dude's Dote deck was the one that won, and he's like, man, this is bullshit, yada 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 yada. Well, Nathan is the token black guy, and this is why. Nathan out of nowhere says, shut the fuck up, nigga. And I just look back and I'm like, I just look at him.
And Jerry's like, Brandon, you gonna let this happen? And he goes,
and I go, Nathan. He's like, man, what you gonna say? I'm gonna be like, good job.
Okay, now another funny story was on me and Aichi rode together, down there because my mom took us, and we were trying to find the place. And we didn't see it because it was like in a shopping center
Oh my
that
God.
wasn't on the road. So
Oh my God.
Brandon and them call and
we were worried.
try and give us directions, and we were just like interpreting them wrong because they said the parking lot with Sonic in it, across from it, with Subway in it.
No. What I said, I will clarify this. I said we are across from the Sonic and the Subway.
Okay, see, we couldn't understand from the phone, and so
Because
we
Jerry
kind of
has
got lost.
And they got lost. I mean, we were spending. It was close to 3. And we spent 30 minutes trying to get them the freaking hypermine.
Now, and then we kind of got lost on the way back because it was dark, and my mom can't see worth a darn in the dark on the highway.
Who can?
Apparently you've got glasses. You're supposed to have vision. Shut up, you were in the back seat.
Apparently, you. Okay, first of all, you can't see, and plus, you have no sense of direction.
You don't.
You can't say anything either, Panda. You can't say anything. Both of you. I'm glad that you two are here because I could chew y'all out with that crap. Oh my God.
Okay, so basically that was our story of Vanguard stand-up challenge.
It wasn't like you would expect it to be like the regionals act on the cartoon.
Or like a YCS or something.
And it was just like a little town shop. Now, I probably will expect regionals of Vanguard to be just like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals. And I'll probably do another podcast explaining how to be ready for regionals or any kind of major tournament.
Especially Vanguard.
It's going to imply all my experiences with Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh!
Now then, one of our other things that be expecting maybe another one of these because we're thinking about going to Lucky's.
Oh yeah.
Now
I won't have to participate at all. I'm just gonna be. I'll probably just participate to get the Kai deck box because I want one thing. Because I didn't know how sexy they were after they were put together.
Good job. But
The Guardians.
but it was a good tournament.
They're out for movie day.
It was nice. You leaving?
Hey man, what's up?
Wow. Can't you like?
All right. Well, our special guests are leaving because sometime, but it's all right.
But they're gonna be on podcasts as long as they're here.
As long as we're all 4 here at the same time, they're going to be on the podcast.
So
I guess we can go through our deck lists.
I think we'll save that for. Well, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I guess I'll go for that first.
Yeah. Actually, we could probably save it for another podcast.
Yeah, we'll just save it for another podcast, and
We'll probably just do it in the next podcast. It ain't gonna be no.
and then
We'll do it on the same podcast. We'll do it on the next one.
well,
This is Panda. I'm kidding. This is Red.
and this is Panda. That's IT. That's Kevin. He never said anything.
He's just there.
Just get over here and do your little outro thing by dropping the F-bomb like ever. Get over here.
What the fuck? That's the whole reason we wanted him on the podcast.
Exactly.
All right. Well, y'all have a good day.